Welcome to Investors Insights, where our topic is market expansion. Ty and I had a good conversation this morning about what we're seeing in the markets. Ty, you brought a lot of good data on how the market is expanding in terms of number of participants. That's healthy. We really like to see that, especially to start a year. Why don't you get into the details you gave us this morning?
Yeah, I mean, we've been kind of waiting for some market expansion for about 3 years now. It's something that, doesn't necessarily always reflect in the price of the S&P or the results, but it is part of a healthy market to not be led by, just 10 stocks. So the S&P itself is 70% of stocks are above the 200-day moving average, which is a very strong number. Typically, you just want to have this number above 50% to feel good about things. So 70% is a very strong number. We started to see some outperformance from the small caps, as you can see in this chart. Small caps are starting to lead, which confirms a trend change, which is important in an ongoing bull market. And then lastly, kind of one interesting thing of note was about 65% of S&P 500 stocks are actually beating the index itself year to date. Now, of course, we're only in January, but this would be the second best number in 50 years. So overall, we're starting to see that expansion that healthy markets need to survive.
Yeah, exactly. We were starting to get concerned about how narrow the growth was in the market. It seemed to be driven only by a couple of companies. And so to see that number expand gives us good opportunities for more businesses, more types of investments to do well. So thanks, Ty, for bringing that in. Well, what could drive this to the next level is earnings. And we're in the middle of earnings season. This is one of the busiest earnings weeks of the year. 20% of the S&P 500 are going to report earnings this week. On Wednesday alone, $8 trillion of the market cap are going to report earnings. Just to put that into context, of $8 trillion, the Shanghai Stock Exchange, which is the largest non-US based stock exchange, has a total market cap of just under $8 trillion. So effectively, China will be reporting earnings on Wednesday alone. So just kind of put into context how massive that is. So if companies outside of what are considered the Mag 7, if they continue to report positive earnings, we can easily see this expansion drive the market higher, which is great for the 2026 market year. Now that it's early in January, but often people say so goes January, so goes the year. So we can see this continued expansion, which can be driven by continued growth in earnings. That'll lead to a strong year and hopefully an uptrend that we can take advantage of. Thank you, Tom, for that information. And thank you, everyone, for watching this week. I hope you found this helpful while you're stuck inside. Hopefully not everyone's healthy and well at home during this winter storm we're having across the Southeast. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us on the phone. Share this video if you found it helpful with anybody that you may find it interesting. Hope you have a great week.